Do, 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 do. We're not quite there yet, Buck. We just stopped at the Bigfoot, just above Valdosta, my friend. We got Brandy up front in the Armada. Josh is in front of me in his pickup, pulling the camper, and of course I'm running the tail. We're about to get back on 75 South. We're about an hour and a half outside of the property, give or take. And it's been an amazing day so far. The weather is fantastic. So if you can, get your asses out and ride, y'all. Get your asses out and ride. It's a beautiful day for it. Alright, we're all set to get on the interstate. I forgot to tell Josh not to worry about using his blinkers because for some reason when that Dipnar rewired that camper, he rewired everything backwards. So when he turns on his left blinker, he's actually going right. When he turns on his right blinker, he's actually going left. So yeah, good times, good times, good times. We're averaging about 55, 60 miles an hour. Haven't been able to set cruise control very well because when we started going uphill, Josh, of course, is slowing down. Which it is what it is. This is the second time pulling a load that size, so we're not going to hold it against him, not one bit. Oh. Yes, sir. Hey, Hira. The Hey Hira exit where I turn in my ring and my tie tack. I appreciate y'all coming in, throwing me a thumbs up, saying hello in the chat. Got a couple of my friends hanging out. The beautiful butterfly Buck Brown. Hey, buddy. Oh, GSP is very active today. I will tell you all that. If you go out on a, speaking of the devil, that's trooper number 452. Blown by us. Yeah, they're very active today. But for a change, I am actually riding very calm, very sedate. I think the fastest I've gone on this trip so far is allegedly 95 miles an hour. What's he got blinking? Oh shit, oh shit. You better hold your horses there, Pinsky. Alright, we got blue lights ahead of us on the right. You know, fuckload of folks coming up behind us in a hurry. Alright, y'all better be searching for them brake lights. That's the trooper that just passed us. Told y'all they were active. Two of them over there. Buck, are you in a undisclosed location handling undisclosed business, sir? Speaking of undisclosed, I spoke to an undisclosed person on this ride. Just checking on them, see how they were doing. They said they were A-okay, good to go. This is the day where we're actually moving, not completely, not 100%, but we're moving our new home down into Florida. We are downsizing from a 3-bedroom, 2-bath brick home on an acre and a half lot to nothingness, to 9 acres of pasture and trees. We're slinging in our camper right against the trees. A little bit of bump. And we're going to be living calm and living easy. Because the property is already paid for. I ain't got to worry about a mortgage to keep it. All I got to do is keep throwing the tax man a couple dollars every year so he stays off my ass. Hey, some skid steers. I wouldn't mind borrowing one of those again for a little while. If y'all can convince him to drop one off of my house, that'd be great. We're about an hour and a half away, Buck. And y'all see this beautiful sunshine. It feels great. 4:30 in the afternoon, the temperature is just right, the breeze is blowing. Trying to tell that evil summer, get on out of here. We don't need you right now. We're ready to give them ACs a break. Of course, if you have a wife like I do, and it doesn't matter what time of year it is, the AC's on because the damn thing loves it subarctic at all times. I thought I was going to lose a toe last year. It got so damn cold in that house. But we were able to save the toe. No worries. Ooh, that is not something you want to run into. That was a car battery. Traffic's easing up, so I'm going to ease back off Josh a little bit, and I'm going to give y'all some scenery. I mean, for what scenery is on the side of 75. As soon as I say that, traffic starts getting thick behind us again. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. You are out on your own adventures, finding your own happiness. Because nobody's going to get out there and find it for you. You've got to get out. You've got to put in the work. You've got to move your feet. It doesn't matter where you're at or what kind of mud you're in or how deep in it you're in. If you want happier days, you've got to put the work in. You've got to move your feet. You've got to keep climbing that hill. If you don't, you'll never make it. Don't expect somebody to take you there. You're going to have to do it yourself. If you don't take anything else I say, take the fact that you have to get out and find your own happiness. Take that to heart. Ask any of my real friends, the ones that have known me for a while, seen the shit I've gone through, what I've worked through, what I've worked myself out of. They'll tell you the same thing. It wasn't always sunshine, rainbows, and tulips and daisies. It was mud, muck, working 7 days a week, 2 different jobs, just to get to the next week. Just to get the gas in the car to get to work the next day. Now look at me. I mean, I got property now. It's mine. Only a tax man can take it from me. I got a motorcycle that's mine. Not even a tax man can take that. Well, take that back. The IRS tax man can take that from me if he had to. But I keep square with him too, so that ain't gonna be an issue. I got another motorcycle that belongs to Brandon Chameleon. So we got two bikes that are paid for. One house that's, well, home that is paid for. This 2005, 2006 Flagstaff Classic Super Light. In front of me, the camper, that's paid for. And once we get it down to Florida, we don't have to worry about moving it no more. It'll be home. And some of my other friends and family members might be wondering, why are you going from a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house to a camper? Why are you making that step down? And it's not a step down. It's a step up. Up in the right direction. Because all that shit's paid for. The land's paid for, the camper's paid for. And I don't have to worry about nothing. You know? I don't have to worry about getting a job just to get the most money I can make. My next job is going to be based on how much happiness it brings me. Am I happy when I wake up and go into work? Am I happy when I leave work? That's going to be the key. That's going to be all that matters. As a quote, the movie goes, and that's a fuck you power right there. That's having the power to look at somebody and tell them, I don't have to be here. I don't have to put up with nothing that you're giving me. You, I'm out. I'm taking my ball, I'm going home. Screw you guys, I'm going home. And being at a position in a life where you can do that, that's amazing. Yeah, Josh, I told you when them semi trucks go by, you do, they're going to pull you a little bit. He knows that. He knows. But we did have to stop at Bigfoot in Hayhire to get fuel for the truck pulling the camper. He was down to a quarter of a tank. I was only at half a tank. I don't know what Brandon was at in Armada. Somewhere above half a tank, I'm sure. But the truck needed gas, and I needed to change out my drinks. I'd already drank 2 of my energy drinks going down, so I needed something with a little less caffeine in it. I'm trying to figure out which one I've been drinking. Y'all bear with me for just one moment. Sorry about that. Oh, we're thirsty. That is some pretty countryside right there. Well, not what y'all can see. Although those clouds up there are fantastic. I can't wait to be sitting on a deck outside my camper, looking into the sunset, watching the clouds blow by, enjoying my life. Because like I said, nobody's going to enjoy it for you. Damn, I didn't know they made Ford Rangers that damn big. Did y'all know that? Ford Rangers about damn look like late 90s single cab full-size pickups. Maybe not that wide. The body looks a lot wider, that's for sure. That was the beautiful things about the Rangers though. They were small. You could fit them in places you couldn't put a fucking full-size truck. Now they're trying to make them as wide as everybody else. You can't do as much with them as you could. Once we get to Florida and get settled nice and good, I'm going to be in the market to get me a 80s, 90s Chevrolet 2500, 3500, I don't know yet. Definitely something big enough to pull this camper to camp outs and other locations that we may want to go. But without paying $50,000 to $60,000 for what they're charging for trucks now. It is unreal. I know Rob's neighbor, or as I like to call him, neighbor, up in Wisconsin, he was at a salvage yard and came across a KeyFob Blazer. And I started getting in touch with him and said, hey, see what they want for that K5. And I remembered, oh shit, never mind. Never mind, you're up in Wisconsin. That K5 is going to be rusted through. There ain't going to be nothing left. Even if the motor and transmission and transfer case and all that was still there and still in good condition, there's no way you could haul that thing anywhere. Not a K5. Salt and snow would have done eating through that shit. So it would have shook itself apart traveling all the way from Wisconsin down to Florida. Just wouldn't be too smart. I know there's a pair of decent Broncos, but I'm a Blazer guy. I say that. I love the Broncos too. I'm talking like the OJ Broncos. You know what I'm talking about? Big full-size F-150 Broncos. Not these new ones. I'm not against the new ones. I just don't have any experience with them. I wouldn't mind test driving one, but I would not like paying for one. The Bronco Raptor, or Raptor Bronco, I don't know which way they call it, but that thing looks good. Not $90,000 good. Not even the new Harleys look that damn good. That damn $110,000 race spec Harley. Y'all can keep that. I got no use for something like that in my life. Not in them payments, baby. I think this is the last exit for Valdosta. Excuse me. Ever wonder when you're traveling through places like this, how many times your friends or fellow riders have blown through here, blown by here? Because we're right now in the territory of Butterfly Buck Brown. This is where he travels through a lot. And before we met each other at the Forgotten Angels, we never would have put two and two together. That the South Georgia, North Florida rider would be a friend of mine. No one would have thought. Or hell, Sterling Will for that matter. If things hadn't panned out the way they did, I would never thought I'd met Sterling. And sick bastard, being able to meet him at the camp out. Ray Gregory. Of course, I got to meet Ray before the camp out. He came down to the house and helped me get wheels back on the bikes. I still owe him a favor for that. See, you got to remember, those that helped you out, when you can't help them out. And I'm not talking level to level, right? I'm not talking, well, he helped me 500, so I'm going to help him 500. No, that's not how friendships work. You help your friend how your friend needs help. The best way you can. When you can. And I got other friends I owe favors to. And in fact, I don't think they'll ever call in those favors. Because the actions and behaviors they made after those favors, I think they no longer qualify for a favor from me. And that's not true, y'all. It's not true at all. I have let everything anyone has done against me go. Like when my best friend from high school got engaged to she was still my wife at the time. We were still legally married, but they were engaged. I still love that man. If he calls me or sends me a message, I still go help him out. That's what true friends would do. I know why he dated her. I don't hold it against him. He was just trying to find someone who would bring him happiness. He didn't realize, but he did, eventually. Oh, some bumps. Hey, Caleb lived up on the road. Like the guys from Iron Legacy Motorcycle Club. There's still some guys in there I owe favors to. And there's still guys that are friends of mine. So I like to help them out when I can. If there's nothing more than bringing up their ride or their event across on the channel just so other folks can see it, or headed down to video a little bit of it, take some pictures for them or whatever. Whatever I can do to help. And those who may know catastrophic, or know of catastrophic force of nature that is, that's my boy. Oh, my nose itches. And he's in talks with some folks up in South Carolina, North Carolina, I can't remember where he said. He's in talks with them, seeing if he's a good match for them folks. And I told him, I'll support your decision, kiddo. You're a grown man now. I gotta remember, when I see the left blinker, he's trying to turn right. Bad. I think this might be our exit. Yep, I see Brandy's already off on the exit. Air's always nice, right? See, I can sit here and I'm not roasting. I'm not sweating my eyeballs out of my nose. This is nice. And I've already been warned about Florida's demons, like the super humidity and all the other good stuff. And the fuzzy caterpillars. I've seen those on the property. I know not to touch the fuzzy caterpillars. I had to make a decision this morning, y'all. Which bike am I going to take to Florida first? And I decided to take the Lowrider ST because it has the best brakes and the better engine and no more luggage space in case I needed it. So I still have to make this drive down with the Fat Bob, the Honda CTX 700, and the Gold Wing. Of course, the Gold Wing, I don't think we're going to drive it down. I think we're going to trailer that bad boy. That is a big bike. And the front suspension is still kind of blown on it. And I don't think taking a bike with no suspension in the front forks is a good idea all the way to Florida. But that's it. It puts us off the interstate. So I'm going to end this here, guys. I do appreciate those who came in and said, hey, gave me a thumbs up. And I will talk to you nice folks on another time and another day, maybe, perhaps. We shall see.